Bradley Beal to the Clippers. So the Phoenix Suns bought out Bradley Beal. They agreed to a contract buyout for I believe it was $97 million they bought him out for, and he signed
Mhm.
to the Clippers for a 2-year deal, $11 million. How do y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about Phoenix moving on from Bradley Beal? How do y'all feel about Bradley Beal teaming up with Kawhi, James Harden, John Collins, them boys? We're gonna start with you first, Ahmad.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not mad at the Clippers in this situation because the Clippers got him for a steal. If you can get Bradley Bill for 11 mil 2-year contract, and fuck it, you know what I'm saying? You really can't lose in that situation. You can only win. But from the Phoenix Suns point of view, bro, they did like a wave and
Uh,
stretch or a stretch and wave,
Yeah,
They still have to
bro,
pay him.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
they still got to pay
The
him.
amount
Yeah.
of ways that
Yeah.
Bradley Bill fucked Phoenix Suns, I can't even explain to y'all, bro. He done fucked them in every way possible, bro. One, they done pay this man over like 150 mil, and they haven't even like won a playoff game. The Phoenix Sun organization has spent $620 million on his team that didn't win shit, bro. Like I'll be
That's
pissed. And they're
crazy.
gonna be he's paid and he's still on their salary cap pay. He's gonna get paid $20 million a year for the next 5 years from the Phoenix Sun. Which
Highway robbery.
it's highway robbery, bro. He's low key giving Ben Simmons vibes right now.
That's
He's
what I
giving
was
Ben
gonna
Simmons
say,
vibes.
bro.
Yeah, he's giving Ben Simmons vibes the way he treated that organization. So I feel bad for the Phoenix Suns organization. I feel like they definitely were the loser in this trade, but at the same time, they had to get rid of him. Now, how do I think Bradley Bill, I don't really see him being that great of a fit on the Clippers because, as we know, Bradley Bill is someone who needs the ball. He needs the ball in his hand to really be as effective as we want to see him. We saw that in Phoenix Suns, the most recent example with KD and Book. When he's not the number one option, he can't have the ball in his hand. He's not as effective. He can't really do what we've seen Bradley Bill do over in the Wizards. And now he's going to a team with the ISO Harden and Kawhi Leonard. I don't see it working out. He's not really that kind of a Norman Powell catch and shoot kind of guy. So I think there's going to be some issues there.
Okay.
Uh, I think it's a good. I think it's a nice little pickup for him. I think if you got your expectations low, you're not going to be too worried about it.
Yeah.
He's still. I mean, he's still a bucket himself. I mean, he stay healthy. I mean, even the past couple of years, he was still averaging 18 points. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
he can still be a bucket. I think he's probably like 31, 32 now. I think he knows. I'm just assuming that he would know that his role is definitely changing, especially after the past 2 years in Phoenix. I think he knows that he's not that guy anymore, and I feel like
Mm.
him going to the Clippers, he's gonna have to accept that as well. So maybe he might turn a leaf and play more, just like more movement and just getting the ball when you're open type shit. Because for sure you got Harden, Harden and Kawhi. I mean that's a lot of it's almost the same situation as Phoenix. You know what I mean, right? You got like three scorers who is like I need the ball, I need the ball. But if he can somehow fit in there, maybe run with the second unit, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
it could be something like that. Like I think that would work out for him. But I wouldn't, like I said, if he can stay healthy, I wouldn't sleep on this pickup. Like I said, I think it could add some wins to the Clippers.
So let me ask you a question real quick, Trav, before we go back to Shaq, so you can finish his thought. You really think Bradley Beal would want to come off the bench?
Not necessarily come off the bench, but maybe stay in the game a little bit when they pull the Hardens out the game. You know what I mean? Maybe just run with
Okay.
the, you know what I mean? Maybe
With the
just get a
second
little,
unit?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just
Yeah.
run, just stay in the game a little longer, run with the second unit, get some more minutes, and be the focal point with the second unit. I don't think he comes off the bench. And then I think too, we know Kawhi. Kawhi is going to be sitting out certain games. I think that's just what it is. He's almost on like
Yeah.
MVP type shit. So I mean, I think he's gonna have time to shine too when it's just him and Harden on the court.
Mhm.
So I don't think it's the worst case scenario. And like I said, he's still young in a sense. You know what I mean? Like he's still early 30s. If he can stay healthy, he's still a bucket. I mean, we consider this the past 2 years with Phoenix down years, and he was still averaging 18. So I think he can
That's
still get
true.
it done.
That's true. Shaq,
Yeah,
finish up your
how I'm
thought.
sounding now? I'm good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah,
All
it's
right,
good.
okay. So, like, I want to say everything that, like, if you would have told me 4 years ago that James Harden, Bradley Bill, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, and Zubac was all on the same team, I would have told you that that is an automatic championship. Honestly, like that is crazy. That
Yeah.
being said, I feel like the loss of Norman Powell was kind of huge, and they needed kind of that productivity. So Bradley
Mm.
Bill is all right. I can see. I got to see what type of Bradley Bill we're getting, honestly, because if we're getting Bradley Bill, I just got to see what type of role it is for Bradley to see, like, because it gives me Paul George vibes. Like how like when Paul George was on the Clippers, it was kind of like not working really. So I kind of got to
Mm.
see what role he's in, because if he's expecting to be Washington, that's not gonna happen. It's really gonna be like off the ball shooting stuff. So I got to see how that works. I got to see how that works, honestly.
Do you think he can accept a role like that, Shaq, like playing off the ball? Because Ahmad brought up that he's a more of an on-ball type of guy, and they kind of tried to do that in Phoenix, if I'm
In
not
Phoenix,
mistaken.
yeah. So
So,
like
and
it's like, do you think
yeah,
he accepted the role in Phoenix?
nah.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
so it's like it's kind of like the same role. You're not the number one guy here. You're not the number two guy here. So it's like I don't
And,
know. Yeah,
and I'd argue he may not be the number three guy,
yeah,
Zubats.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Zubac,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So
You're not lying.
how would they? What is what's the coach gonna do for that? What's Ty Lue gonna do for Bradley Bill? Because it's all about personnel and how you use them. P,
I feel like you got to
how you
play him a
feel?
lot with the second unit. You
Yeah,
gotta play him with the second unit a lot, because
Yeah,
with the first unit, James Harden is so ball dominant, and you want to give Kawhi Leonard the ball as much too. So
yeah, yeah. No, for sure,
yeah.
for sure. P,
I agree with pretty much everything that's been said. I think it was good for the Clippers to be able to just get like a cheap Norman Powell, because Norman Powell, his contract's worth way more than Bradley Bill's is.
I
I'm pretty
believe so.
sure.
Yeah,
I'd have to
Definitely.
look it up. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I'm sure it's way more than Bradley Bill's. And the Sun, he's robbing the Suns. He uh he he's only losing like 2 mil by choosing to go to the Clippers and agreeing to that buyout, and the Suns still have to pay him. So I mean, it's and I'm gonna be honest, that team has a pretty good chance to win. They were an Aaron Gordon buzzer beater away from going to the next round this year. So
that's true.
I think it's good. Trav made a good point. With Kawhi missing games, he'll have chances to be able to have the ball a lot. I mean, those games where it's him and Harden, and then like whoever their backup small forward is, Zubac and John Collins, he can split the ball with Harden as much. And I do agree with you, Josh, that maybe Zubac could be considered the third scorer, but I feel like just in terms of like handling the ball and then shooting, Bradley Bill's probably got that edge. But for the like pick and roll type stuff, is Zubac probably get a good amount of that. But in that case, they both can share it equally if they both run pick and rolls together.
I was gonna say that. That's a good point, P. I was gonna say Bradley Bill could run. He's a two guard. He's really a two guard because when we seen him playing with John Wall in Washington, he was playing the two. But in Phoenix, and even when John Wall left, we seen Bradley Bill handling the ball a lot, and he could run that. He could run pick and roll actions with Zoo and Collins too. Collins is a good pick and roll player as well. Um, but if there's not anything else to be said about that,